Welcome back to another video. So today, something a bit different. I found this magazine in my house, so I was wondering that maybe I can make a good video showing you guys the history of Pokemon. I might have terrible knowledge about Pokemon because I started watching, I think, X and Y. I think that's the sixth generation, so this will give me good information about the older Pokemon that came out in the older generation. Pretty good. We'll probably just like skim through it. I probably won't like read all of it. I'll just show you all of the different pages and let's see what we find in here. That's a really good picture of Ash. This is just a context page. It's really, really cool. Let me know if you've played these games on the DS or the GameCube or old Nintendo system. Because back in the days, there used to be like pixel like artwork when you played Pokemon. Because I'm playing Omega Ruby at the moment, and I really like the pixelized Pokemon on the DS. This reminds me of like Omega Ruby and Black and White, but it's probably in like Pokemon Red and Blue and Emerald and like Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Because I think there was like spin-off games, I think as well. Like people used to like hack the system and do like Nuzlocks. I've seen a lot of videos like that on YouTube. So this is the first generation of Pokemon. A lot of people will be familiar about this because that's when they grew up watching Pokemon. But that's really cool. It shows like all of the pictures. I think that's a, what is that? Um, it looks like a Game Boy, but it's a lot smaller. I'm not sure what that is. These are all of the Pokemon in the first generation, so the 151. They're all pixelized. So let me know if any of them here are your favorite. Yeah, so this is the red and blue I was talking about. Here's the red and blue that I was talking about. I think this one um, was very popular when it first came out. A lot of people did pick Charmeleon, I mean. A lot of people did pick Charmander because it was very popular. I did make a poll of that recently. Chansey. Because when he did the first battles in that Pokemon Red, that's what it looked like. Very pixelated, very bare bones, no background, nothing. Just two Pokemon just battling out. Definitely taking over television. I really like it. They show all of the some of the images on the in this comic. This Mewtwo, massive Mewtwo poster, which is pretty cool. The trading card game, which we still play currently, Snorlax. I have this card. This Lapras, I think I did have it, but I traded this Lapras. I think this is when the first Pokemon TCG came. Is that special special energy for dragon type Pokemon. That'd be really good for Dragapult. That'd be quite funny. Wally, we're having a new Wally card actually. Wally's Compassion. This one was the old Wally's card. Town Mega Turbo as well. Mega Evolution's coming back again, so I'm really excited for that. These were like the card games as well. Energy cards, like old energy types. The first probably like tournament that was played maybe, which is pretty cool. So this is the second generation. If you let me know which one's your favorite starter from this generation. Probably like Cyndaquil, because I've got an Ethan Typhlosion deck, and I think having Typhlosion is pretty cool. A lot of people do like Totodile as well, which is pretty cool. A lot of the games were similar. First few generations. Here is the second Pokedex from all of the second generation. Let me know which one's your favorite from here. My friend James, he really loves the Shuckle. So this is Pokemon Gold and Crystal. That's definitely Ethan, right? Because I've got Ethan's adventure deck. Lugia as well. If you've seen the first, I think it was the 2000s movie, Pokemon 2000. I would have watched that. I think it was on YouTube quite recently. Pokemon, it had Lugia in it, which was actually quite cool. It somehow speaks English, which is, I'm not sure. Ho-Ho as well, which is really, really cool. Legendary. This was the Game Boy Color when it first released. Probably everyone back then had a Game Boy Color, to be honest, because I was born when I think the DS came out. So Pokemon Mini. I've never seen someone have Pokemon Mini. This is the third generation, so don't know. That is, which one's that? That's Trico. That one's Trico. I'm not sure which one. That one's Mudkip actually, because I've been playing. I think Omega Ruby. Yeah, Ruby and Sapphire, but I think I've been playing Omega Ruby, so I chose Mudkip as my starter, which is pretty cool. So this is all of the third generation of Pokemon. Third generation of Pokemon. Rayquaza, which is really, really cool. That's the evolved form of Mudkip. I remember this. Do you get Flygon in this as well? I might get Flygon in Omega Ruby. I think there's a Flygon TCG card. I'm not sure if it's very good or not. Not sure. These were the remakes, I think, of Pokemon. This is when the DS came out. I had the white one. I used it a bit, but I think it broke because the on and off button didn't really work. So that was unfortunate. This was the Switch. No, that's not Switch. Is that Switch Lite? That looks like Switch Lite or something. I don't know. So this is the fifth generation. This is black and white era of Pokemon. This is the Pokedex for black and white. Badoo. We all hate Badoo, don't we? Itchy Pollen. Let me know if any of these are your favorite. Diamond and Pearl era, yes. So, I've watched Pokemon after this generation. A lot of people say X and Y is their favorite generation because of Ash Greninja. No, that was the fourth generation. This is Black and White, sorry. Because of Snivy, Oshawott, and Tepig. This is the fifth generation. After this, I used to watch X and Y. That's the fourth generation, actually. Yeah, Diamond and Pearl. No, I've completed Black and White. I've got up to I think the Elite Four, but I still need to finish it. I'm almost done. I don't really watch Black and White too much. This is the Pokedex for Black and White, which is pretty cool. Reshiram and Zekrom, the new set came out recently, Black and White, Black Bolt and White Flare, which is quite cool. I haven't opened any packs. I got a few bulk recently. Hilda, I think, very good supporter. This is the fifth generation. This is when I started watching Pokemon. This was my favorite one, I think. I have the Snivy card that I got from the card show recently. That evolves into Greninja. Everyone knows that. For Chespin, no one really probably picked Chespin as a starter in the 20th anniversary set came out, I think. Of the cards, Pokemon card game. Mega Evolution came in this generation, the Mega Charizard X and Y, which is pretty cool. Everyone likes that one, the Blue Flames one. Mewtwo, Professor, who was his name? Professor Sycamore, right? I think so. That's what his name is. Pyro there. It's pretty cool. Pokemon Go came out during 2016, yeah. 2016, 2017. I didn't really play Pokemon Go that much. I wasn't really a big fan of it. I know a lot of people played Pokemon Go. A lot of people played Pokemon Go. See everyone going around catching Pokemon. Didn't really play that much. So this is the seventh generation. So this is Alola region. I think this is the Sun and Moon era. I think this is Sun and Moon, yeah. Came out in 2016, 2019, Sun and Moon. Pokedex quite small for this one. Executor, massive tree. Yep, Sun and Moon era. Didn't really play Sun and Moon era. I know GX cards came during this time, which is, I didn't really play Pokemon then. I played Pokemon when V's came out, V's and V Maxes and V Stars. Alola region. Detective Pikachu came out during this time as well. My cousin really hates watching the film, but I think it was alright. I mean, Charizard looks creepy, but I mean, I think it was a pretty good film. This is the 8th generation, so this is Sword and Shield. If you played Pokemon Sword and Shield on the DS, then you'll know about this generation. I completed Sword and Shield. It was a pretty fun game. It was the first game I actually started playing. Then I moved over to Black and White and Omega Ruby. Very good. This is a Pokedex for Omega. This is a Pokedex for Sword and Shield. Applin. Not very big, quite a small Pokedex. Sword and Shield. Legends Arceus came out as well during the game. If you let me know if you played Legends Arceus. I played it a bit, but got bored of it because it's not really a gym battle based game. It was just about catching wild Pokemon. This is the 9th generation, so this is Scarlet and Violet. This is where we're at the moment, and it's ended. Scarlet and Violet's ended, so 22 to present. See, yeah, this one. I haven't played the game at the moment, but I saw a bit of the show, but didn't really watch it throughout. This is a Pokedex for Scarlet and Violet. And this is towards the end of the page where you can look at Yu-Gi-Oh! And other Digimon and stuff, Digimon cards and other magazines, which is pretty cool. Hopefully you enjoy the video, something a bit different than normal. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.